You sound pretty ignorant. I get people out of pain every single day with the cracking popping you call placebo effect. So I did this video here on chiropractic adjustment and my physio's reaction to that. And let's just say I got a few comments. Some of them are funny and some of them could do with a little bit of education, and we're going to go through that in this video. We're going to react to those comments. Let's go. Ha ha ha. You're a hater and don't understand spinal manipulation. Dr. Cipriano may not be orthodox, but you're definitely not qualified to render an educated guess of what he's doing. Look, I'm a hater of BS, and as a physio of nearly 20 years who has treated thousands of patients in pain and completed the qualifications it takes to work in healthcare, I think I'm definitely qualified to comment on what he's doing. Pretty much enough said on that one, I reckon. Also curious, why did he get better? So look, there are lots of reasons why he got better. The same reason that many patients get better. Natural history, the feeling that they are being helped, better mobility in that area of the spine, reduced sensitivity in the nervous system. Not because he had the drop table, and not because he was almost decapitated by a Y-strap. That is for certain. Stick to what you know. Physiotherapy. Brilliant. Chiros work with people in pain. Physios work with people in pain. I know people in pain. I'll just stick to that, yeah? Regardless of whether it works or not, it just feels good to have as many bones in your body cracked. That's why many of us love getting our backs cracked, and this is just that much more relaxing. I wouldn't go necessarily for pain treatment. I would just go as a relaxing treatment. So this is a comment that is a variation of a theme of it feels good and does no harm, so what's the problem? While I do agree that chiro and manipulation can feel good, if the explanation given for what it is doing is incorrect, this can actually cause harm. If you get told you're out of alignment, it breeds fear that you will need to go to the chiro every time you go out of alignment. And this doesn't build self-efficacy, which is a vital part of the healing and rehabilitation process. All these experts bagging chiros. I remember the ongoing severe pain I had after a sailing accident. Yes, believe it or not, a sailing accident in which I tore my shoulder to bits, slipped a disc and tore my meniscus. I went to physios, they were a great help. I went to surgeons, they too were a great help. But I also went to a chiro for a long time and they were a great help also. It wasn't something in my head or a placebo. Their treatment had a huge effect on my recovery and helped so much with pain and discomfort. I was a skeptic before, but after I absolutely appreciate what a good chiropractor can do. So look, in no way am I saying that chiro can't help. However, the belief that because something worked, there is no placebo involved is false. There is placebo involved in physio, there's placebo involved in surgery. Studies have been done looking at patients who have meniscal tear injuries, and they've compared sham to repair surgery, fake keyhole surgery of the knee, where the surgeon adds holes into the knee but doesn't do anything and doesn't go into the knee at all. So the results of this, there was no difference in outcome between the two groups. So yeah, you heard that right. Those who had nothing done to their torn meniscus, that was confirmed on MRI, recovered just as well as those who had the repair. Placebo is unbelievably powerful. Why is your nose bent to the side? In Korea, that would be a no-go. I'm going to blame my mum and dad for that one. Genetics is undeniable, my friend. Physio is like a drop step between the mainstream medicine and alternative medicine. It's trying to experiment with some old methods, but arrogance is still there, so it will never be able to get rid of the mainstream medicine arrogance. Never have fully an open mind. Look, I've always had and will continue to have an open mind. I certainly do not profess to know everything. Every patient I see is a challenge that I learn from, and every experience I have with patients teaches me something about them and about me. It's difficult and challenging. This does not mean that I will accept BS or drink the Kool-Aid of someone with a big following. Critical thinking and reasoning plus scientific plausibility is important, and skepticism is important. But I'm open to anything that makes sense and doesn't hoodwink people. And it's as simple as that. You sound pretty ignorant. I get people out of pain every single day with the cracking popping you call placebo effect. Look, again, that's great. As long as you don't tell them lies about why it's getting them out of pain, then all good, mate. I'm happy for you, and most importantly for the patient who is now not in pain. The full medical history, x-rays, and all happened off camera to protect his information. You say a lot of smoke and mirrors is happening, but it's not. As someone who is able to go stand upright and walk again because of my chiropractor and my therapist, I can personally tell you, your studies be damned. It works. It helps people. Look, as I've repeated in this video, I'm not against chiro, but saying studies be damned is the sort of thing that homeopathic therapists say. After study has proved there is no science behind homeopathy at all, and it is essentially useless, other than placebo, which we've already established is pretty powerful. People still swear by it because they've tried it and they got better. If you had pain and I told you to turn around in 10 circles and pat your head and stomach while you do it and your pain got better, was it that treatment that made you better? Look, I'm not saying that chiro is like that, but studies are important to work out what the actual mediators of why we get better are. And this is so the profession can progress and people can get better treatment that not only helps them in the short term, but also in the long term. Actually, I've had a bit of a niggly back at the moment. Yep. Oh, this is good. Might create a course on that. This video is going to tell you about MRI scans on the back and why it might not be a great idea to have them when you've got early back pain.